Are we ready? They are. So, today's task is to try and figure out why I have water coming into the footwell in my Rover 45 going by the name of Steve. I've just cleared out the lockup of a Rover 600 so I can put the car in here to do the job in the dry, but it's too dark and I already knew that, but I still did it just to see how dark it really was, and the answer is too dark. So I will just have to persevere in the rain and it starts again. The job to do is find out where this leak is coming from. You can't quite see it there, but there is drips of water there, and there's definitely drips of water up there. I suspect the water is coming in through this scuttle thing here. I suspect that because it's quite a common thing apparently. Look down there, you can see this water coming through the vent there. My first job though is to take the old fan out to see if it's actually broken or not, because it was working. But then how much water do you need on an electrical item for it to stop working? Not necessarily a lot. Well, I would say there's a considerable amount of water on that. Oh. Well, now I'm on the floor with a battery and the fan and a plug. I can test to see if it works or not. Well, the fan still works. On this occasion, that's not the news I wanted. Now watch. It's working. It's working inside the car. I hate intermittent faults. They're so annoying. I think I can reasonably assume though that water ingress is coming from this scuttle. There's obviously some sort of leak there, so I need to remove all this and seal it all up. That's the wipers removed. Just got to undo all these little things here and pull the scuttle off. I believe the part missing off of my car is on the streetwise. Danger Mouse to the rescue. That's these things here. They seem to be missing off of Project Steve. I would imagine that having a gap as big as that for the rain to get through would be enough for the rain to get through. Well, this is interesting. It turns out it's not supposed to have those things anyway. Once that's in place, the wiper won't fit. Well, what a joy it is to get into the car and to be able to use this. Although I need to make sure I don't get any more water in there. So, Captain Bathroom Sealant it is. That's what I'll put on the scuttle. Having taken off this scuttle, I can get a better idea of what's going wrong here. The drains are blocked. That's basically it. If it's blocked, the water can't go anywhere, can it? So I need to find something flexible and strong to try and declog it. Although I will use some sealant for the scuttle when I put it back on, it shouldn't really even need it. All it needs is just not the water to be coming up to that level there. Then it won't go down that hole. Something strong, flexible, reasonably stiff to poke down the hole. Cable tie. Another use for the cable tie. Just rodded that through with the cable tie and it almost worked. There's still a bit of a puddle down there, but it's nowhere near as big as it was, so I'll just do a bit more. The problem with this is it's basically organic material. Leaves going onto the scuttle, not being picked off, and eventually just turning into kind of muddy mush, which then clogs up the drain. So I'm spraying a bit of bleach down there to help break down any further organic material. I think it's safe to say that that is fixed. Well, I might have said this before, but having some blowers and the ability to heat and clear the foggy stuff on the windscreen. Feels like a real luxury. So I'm happy with that. Almost a productive day at work. That's strange. I've just found a mini disc on the floor of my lockup with the doors on it. Morrison Collections, it says The Doors. Obviously it's going to be Jim Morrison, isn't it? Where's that come from though? That's a really odd thing. It's been about 20 years since I had a mini disc player, and I certainly didn't have the doors on it. I wonder if there's such thing as a Rover 45 limousine. That'd be quite cool though, wouldn't it? Because the back seats are actually comfortable, and if you've got as much leg room as that, I'd be happy. You don't need another sort of another foot in its wheelbase. That'd be sorted. Project Waster there, you can see through the glass. It is going to be going up for sale very soon. It's going to be going for quite a nice price because I'm going to take a couple of bits off of it. Looking out at the windscreen on Project Steve here, you can see it's a bit cloudy. That's with the blowers on. It doesn't matter how high the blowers go up, the windscreen doesn't demist. And there's a very good reason for that. That is that the heater blend control motors, one of them seems to be a bit wrong, and it's blowing all of the air into the footwell, which is only of any use if you want your feet cooling or warming up. There's a little bit of demisting going on just for the fact of having air moving around. But what's really irritating is the passenger side of the screen is actually quite clear. It's just the driver's side and most of the middle. Yep, look at that, clear, not clear, not clear. What is clear is why I would find that annoying. Anyway, look, you can see the seats missing. Yeah, I took that out. I took that out because it's much easier to get to the underside of the dash without the seat in the way. And now I've not got a passenger seat. I have got a passenger seat, it's just not in the car. But it will be tomorrow. That does bring me quite neatly to what's happening with Project Steve next. Yes, as I'm going to sell Project Waster quite cheaply because it is a bit difficult to engage first gear. It could just be that the thing needs bleeding or something, I don't really know. I've become quite keen on Project Steve, so I'm going to treat it to some of the bits out of Waster that I like, being the seats. Yes, the seats and the mirror caps, those chrome mirror caps. I shall put some other mirror caps on Waster there, possibly some black ones, maybe red ones, I don't know. That's just the start. This is a good everyday car. It's good on fuel and it's cheap on tax, so it's a bit of a no-brainer keeping the thing. So I want to make it as nice a place to be as I can. So nice seats, get rid of that damp, which I am doing. A really very good clean out on the inside. It's had a bit of clean out, but proper one. It wants a proper clean out, the kind of clean out that you know it deserves in the first place. In order to see where I'm going at the moment, I'm having to adopt this kind of position for driving, which is what you see young men doing when they think they're cool. The Audis and stuff. I am cool because I don't have an Audi or a BMW. Cool because I don't worry about stuff like that. I'm doing this because I want to see where I'm going.